Mike, my father was wondering if you'd like to work at his company. What do you think?
Huh? Where did this come from?
I've been worried about you lately. You seem so stressed when you come home.
Well, yeah, work has been pretty rough.
You've been saying things aren't going well at work lately. You're not getting along with your boss, you're stressed, and you've been taking a lot of sick days because of it.
I just don't understand what that guy wants from me. He's impossible to work with.
Have you tried talking to HR?
Yeah, well, I would if I could show them how hard he's been working me. I just can't get along with this new boss at all. I'm delivering results, but he doesn't give me any proper recognition. He's terrible.
You've been there for 5 years now. It's sad to see you so unhappy.
I've been thinking about looking for something new, but the job market isn't great right now.
That's why I talked to my father about it. I wanted to find you a better place to work, and he suggested coming to work for him.
Really? Your father suggested that himself?
He's been looking for someone with your experience.
Oh, so that's what this is about. Sorry for causing you worry, Sarah. But is it really okay to just hire me like this? Even if your dad is a director, isn't this kind of like nepotism?
I'm worried about that too, but Dad says it's different.
Different how?
He's scouting you. To be honest, Dad's already made up his mind. He really wants you to join us. He says it would actually help us out.
What?
The company's growing fast and we need experienced people.
I'm listening.
He wants to focus more on employee development. He'd be happy to have someone talented like you from a big company. He wants you to help train excellent employees.
Employee development is exactly what I've always wanted to do. I've been getting tired of sales work. I've always wanted to work in HR.
That's perfect then. Dad mentioned something about heading up a new training program.
He did? That sounds incredible.
Oh, really? Well, Dad says they'll match your current compensation package. Should I tell him you're interested in discussing it?
The same package, but doing work I actually want to do?
Plus, there's room for growth. Dad really believes in promoting from within.
Interested? Tell him I'm ready to start. I'll write my resignation letter right away.
Are you sure? Don't you want to think about it more?
What's there to think about? This is exactly what I need.
Great. Dad will be thrilled to have you join us. I'll let him know right away.
This is going to be great, Sarah, and we're dealing with impossible bosses.
I'm just happy you'll be happier at work now.
Your dad is really saving me here. I owe him one.
He's always wanted to help you succeed, Mike. That's just the kind of person he is.
I won't let him down. I'll show him hiring me was the right choice.
I know you will. I'll tell him to set up a proper meeting to discuss the details.
Hey, what's the deal with your old man? He's treating me like dirt just because I'm his daughter's husband.
Huh? What happened? Did you clash with Dad at work again?
He's impossible to work with. Every single day it's something new.
What happened this time?
Clash is putting it mildly. He's clearly looking down on me, that annoying old man.
Dad's acting that way?
You should see how he treats me in meetings.
Maybe there's just a misunderstanding.
I've been thinking about this for a while, but he's way too harsh on me specifically. He points out and criticizes every tiny mistake. Today he even yelled at me during a meeting in front of everyone. That's definitely harassment.
What was the meeting about?
The new training program. Everything I suggest gets shot down.
Dad can be strict about work stuff. He's usually gentle and mild-mannered, but he becomes a different person at work. But he's not the type to harass people.
You're not there. You don't see how he treats me.
Have you tried talking to him directly?
No, that was definitely harassment. He just wants to boss around his daughter's husband.
That doesn't sound like Dad at all. He was so excited to have you join.
Well, things change. Now he just wants to humiliate me.
If anything, he's probably worried about causing you trouble. He brought you into the company, and I heard he even wants to eventually hand over the business to you.
Is that supposed to make me feel better?
He sees potential in you, Mike. That's why he's pushing you so hard.
Huh, do you think I'd be satisfied with this pathetic company? Your dad is really underestimating me.
Pathetic company? What are you saying? I can't let that comment slide. Dad helped you when you needed it. How could you say something like that about his company?
Help? That's presumptuous. I never asked for his help.
What?
Your dad was the one who kept pestering me to work for him. I just went along with it because he wouldn't stop. Going on about wanting a talented employee from a big company.
Excuse me?
Don't act surprised. He practically begged me to join.
That's not how I remember it at all.
I left a big company to work here, and what do I get? Works me to the bone and nitpicks every mistake. Your dad doesn't show enough gratitude for having me here.
Hold on, Mike. You've been acting strange lately. You're becoming really arrogant.
Strange. I'm just seeing things clearly now, seeing how I'm wasting my time in such a pathetic company.
This isn't like you at all.
Shut up. It's all your dad's fault. If you have complaints, then take it up with him.
Mike.
What, going to defend Daddy again?
You've changed so much this past year.
I'm sick of talking to you, so I'm going out drinking again. Don't wait up with dinner. Just go to bed.
Going drinking again? You haven't eaten dinner at home in ages.
So what? I need space to think.
You've been thinking every night this week.
Looking at your face reminds me of your annoying dad. See ya.
When did you start being so cruel?
When I realized what a mistake it was coming to work here.
Mike, please, let's talk about this.
Nothing to talk about. I'm going out.
At least tell me when you'll be home.
Don't wait up. I told you that already. Sarah, I want a divorce right now. We already got the papers from the courthouse.
Divorce? What are you suddenly talking about?
Don't act surprised. You must have seen this coming.
No, actually, I didn't. What's going on?
Can't be helped. My girlfriend's pregnant, so I needed to take responsibility like a man.
Pregnant? And what girlfriend? What are you talking about?
Why do you always need everything spelled out?
Because my husband just told me he got another woman pregnant.
Come on, figure it out. I've been seeing someone.
So you've been cheating. All those nights you were drinking were spent with her, weren't they? And you got her pregnant? Who is she?
Doesn't matter. I'm leaving you either way.
Of course it matters. How long has this been going on?
He's my subordinate at work. One of this year's new hires is really cute. How could I say no when she confessed to me?
Wait a minute. This year's new hire means she's a fresh graduate. You went after someone that young?
What's wrong with that? She understands me.
Understands you? She's barely out of high school.
She's 20 and her skin is so beautiful. Way different from you, but I guess I shouldn't expect much from a woman going on 40. You're ancient.
I'm 38, not ancient, and you're 42.
Age is just a number. We're in love.
Do you understand what you're doing? You haven't just betrayed me, you've betrayed my father too, by having an affair within his company.
My father this, my father that. I'm sick of hearing about him.
He gave you a job when you needed one.
So what? I don't care if I get fired. I'm prepared for that. Tell your annoying dad he can do whatever he wants.
That confident attitude, don't tell me you already have another job lined up.
Finally catch on.
Where? Who would hire someone who had an affair with a subordinate?
Good guess. Actually, I'm going to work in my girlfriend's family business.
What? The 20-year-old's family business?
Actually, her family owns a company, and they're one of your dad's business partners.
What?
Surprised? Your precious daddy isn't the only one of connections.
Which business partner?
So I'm going to transfer there. After I divorce you, I'll marry her and become their CEO.
You're going to be the CEO of our business partner?
That's right. How does it feel knowing your ex-husband will be more successful than your father?
You really think it'll be that easy?
Position-wise, the business partner is actually above your dad's company. Your dad's company just fulfills orders and delivers on schedule. Soon, he'll be working under me.
You're really going through with divorcing me, betraying both me and my father for some 20-year-old kid?
Hey, don't call her a kid. She's my future wife and will be the CEO's wife.
Seems you're serious about this.
Dead serious. This is the best decision I've ever made. I wouldn't joke about something like this. So just quietly sign the divorce papers. Even if I get fired, I'll be hired by our business partner. I'm not scared of divorcing you.
I see. Good luck then.
That's it? No begging me to stay?
Would it make a difference?
Finally, I can say goodbye to this pathetic company. A talented guy like me doesn't belong in a place like this. I'm so relieved to be leaving.
Yes, and I'm relieved to be rid of you two lovebirds. I'll go report this to Dad right away, and to the CEO of our business partner who's scheduled to become our subsidiary next year.
What?
Did I stutter? Actually, they're having dinner together tonight. My dad and his business partner. What perfect timing. I should call them right away, even if they're in the middle of dinner.
Hold on a minute. What did you just say?
Did you want to join their dinner? Oh, sure, they're eating in a nice place, but just being my husband doesn't get a regular employee invited to executive dinners.
That's not it. What's this about becoming a subsidiary next year?
Oh, that. This year's new hire whose family owns a company we do business with. You're talking about Ashley Thompson, right? Thompson Trading's daughter?
You know who she is?
Of course I do. Dad talks about business at home, you know.
Yes, but they're becoming a subsidiary? I thought they were the ones giving business to your family's company.
No, it's the opposite. They're becoming our subsidiary. Didn't Ashley tell you? Thompson Trading has been struggling financially for several years.
What? Really?
Plus, the CEO and his wife are quite elderly. Did you know Ashley was born when they were both 50?
I didn't know that either.
With declining performance and their age, they were thinking about retiring. When Dad heard this, he proposed making them a subsidiary. He wanted to consolidate operations internally for a while.
No way.
So both sides agreed to the subsidiary agreement, but they had one condition. They wanted their beloved daughter to work for us.
So Ashley was also hired through connections?
Yes, Dad gladly accepted their request, only to get this horrible betrayal in return. I wonder what he'll think when he learns everything.
Wait, Sarah, maybe we could talk about this.
Your girlfriend's family business will eventually become Dad's subsidiary, and you were planning to become CEO there. You, who betrayed Dad's daughter, me. Do you think Dad and Thompson's Trading CEO will allow that?
What is this? Ashley never told me any of this.
Either Thompson Trading's CEO didn't tell Ashley, or she was just too stupid to understand the situation. Well, either way, I don't care.
You're lying. This has to be a lie.
Call Ashley right now and ask her. I'll wait.
Huh?
First, I need to report this. You can go and make new plans with your girlfriend.
Sarah, wait!
Sorry, can't talk now. I have an important phone call to make.
What should I do, Sarah? My plan to become CEO has completely fallen apart.
What?
Everything's ruined. Everything.
I thought you were going to be the big CEO.
After that, I was summoned to our parents' house. We went together to announce our relationship, our pregnancy, and our marriage plans.
Being summoned for a marriage announcement plus a pregnancy announcement for their 20-year-old daughter must have been quite indigestible for the 70-something CEO and his wife.
You don't understand how bad it was.
Oh, I think I can imagine.
Indigestible was an understatement. They're still pretty active. I got punched and now have bruises on my face.
Oh my, Daddy's anger exploded and he ended up punching you, huh?
Not just punched, he threw things at me.
And Ashley, what did she do?
Nothing. She just watched. They opposed our marriage and said if we insist on getting married, they'll cut ties with her. Of course, no company inheritance or any other inheritance either. All my plans are ruined.
So, no CEO position after all?
Sarah, please, I need your help.
They were pretty flimsy plans to begin with. By the way, Dad just told me they've decided to fire you.
What?
Why are you surprised? Actions have consequences.
But I've been here for a year.
You were prepared to be fired when you had the affair, right? So they're giving you what you wanted. Of course, your girlfriend is being fired too.
What? So we're both unemployed?
Such dedication to marriage. I'm impressed. This is what they call leaving work for love. You two can leave the company together.
Can't you talk to your father?
Like you talked to him before starting an affair with his newest employee?
This can't be happening. How are we supposed to live? We're going to have a baby and both parents are unemployed?
If you need work, just look for it. You have experience at a big company. Why not try going back to your old company?
That's definitely impossible.
Oh, really? But you had good results there, didn't you?
Well, yes, but they definitely want to take me back even if I begged.
That's right. You were quite the problem employee from what I hear. In fact, you're now blacklisted and word has spread. No company in the industry will hire you.
Huh?
Surprised that I turned up in the chat, Mike?
Sir, please, I can explain.
That's pretty awful, Mike. I heard you went to CEO Thompson yesterday to announce your marriage. Shouldn't you have come to us first about the divorce? Can't marry her until you divorce my daughter.
Sir!
It was lunchtime, so I was just telling my daughter about your termination. It must be tough, both of you becoming unemployed. Plus, you can't work in this industry anymore, so maintaining your current lifestyle and income will be difficult.
About that blacklist you mentioned, what do you mean about my reputation spreading?
You really don't know how business works, do you? Companies can easily fire employees once they're hired. That's why information circulates about dangerous people, so we can avoid hiring them in the first place. That's the blacklist.
Something like that exists?
You thought you could just hop from company to company without consequences? It wasn't that you didn't get along with your boss. Your attitude was the problem. I heard you were rebellious because your new boss was younger than you. Pretty childish behavior.
Well, that...
Plus, you kept taking credit for your junior colleague's work. When your younger boss caught you, you lashed out. Then you started skipping work without notice, telling my daughter quite a different version of events.
Oh no, they know everything.
The stellar employee my daughter described didn't match your actual workplace performance. I had an investigator right after you joined.
Right after I joined, you knew everything and still kept me employed?
I thought I could reform you, even if you were a problem employee at your previous job. Besides, I was your father-in-law. I wanted to take care of my son-in-law. That's why I put up with you all this time, but I never expected such betrayal. I'm disappointed in you, as my daughter's husband and as a man. Having a wife to protect but chasing after a young girl? You have less intelligence than a monkey?
Well, technically monkeys are primates.
Oh, I see. So your new species is a primate with monkey-level intelligence.
What?
A new species whose only positive trait is walking upright, and whose negative trait is betraying those who helped him. What a terrible new species.
Please, sir, give me another chance. I'm sorry for having an affair while you have a daughter. I'll do anything, even grovel or lick your shoes. Just please don't fire me.
Sorry, but your termination is already decided and can't be reversed. It's immediate disciplinary dismissal, so don't come to the company again.
No way.
At least try to protect your new wife and child. They're all you have left now.
Sir, please.
This conversation is over. Goodbye, Mike.
This can't be happening, Sarah. I just got the divorce papers and a notice. Are you trying to squeeze money out of me now that I'm unemployed?
You received them? Good.
This is ridiculous. You can't expect me to pay this much.
My divorce has nothing to do with your unemployment. Our divorce is because of your affair, so take responsibility and pay me the settlement.
But we have a baby on the way, and you're demanding payment from her too?
The baby you chose to have while still married to me?
Be reasonable. Where am I supposed to get this kind of money?
That's not my problem. You're taking responsibility for the baby, right? Then take some responsibility for your ex-wife, too.
Can we work something out? A payment plan, maybe?
The papers clearly state the terms.
This can't be happening.
Oh, by the way, you'll be getting a bill from Dad soon, so don't forget to pay that, too.
What? Another bill?
Did you think those shopping sprees would just disappear?
From your father? Come on! Never heard of paying settlement money to the ex-wife's parents in a divorce?
You really don't listen, do you?
What are you talking about now?
It's not a settlement, just a regular bill. Dad gave you a company card, right?
Yeah, he said I got more responsibilities. I should just keep it just in case.
And how did you use that responsibility?
It was for business expenses.
But most of what you bought was personal stuff, so you need to pay back everything that can be counted as business expenses.
What?
The company accountants have been through every charge.
Those were legitimate business expenses.
Why are you surprised? You should know what you bought, like that super expensive hairdryer. I bet you gave that to your girlfriend.
That was... I needed it for...
For Ashley's perfect young skin?
But I was the company director's daughter's husband. Can't you let something like that slide?
Absolutely not. You're not my husband anymore, acting all high and mighty about working for our pathetic company while pulling this cheap stunt. You know exactly how much you'll be billed since you used it. Dad says he won't make this a bigger issue as long as you pay.
Let me check my records. What did I buy again? A hairdryer? I think I bought a vacuum cleaner and washing machine too. And then there were the payments I made for my meetings with Ashley.
Don't forget all those expensive restaurants.
Those were business meetings.
With a 20-year-old subordinate, try again.
The company car was for executive use.
And you used it to fund your affair.
There has to be some way to appeal this.
You really went all out, didn't you? I'm honestly disgusted. Including my settlement, everything needs to be paid in full at once. So go gather the money from wherever you can right now.
At once? It's impossible.
Should have thought about that before you used the company card for your dates.
Can't we negotiate the terms?
The terms are non-negotiable, just like our marriage apparently was.
Sarah, please, think about the baby.
Oh, now you want me to think about your baby?
I'll lose everything.
Funny how that works, isn't it?
What am I supposed to tell Ashley?
Tell her whatever you want, but the bills still need to be paid. Mike and Ashley somehow scraped together enough money to pay me and Dad, then disappeared somewhere. They had to borrow money from everyone they knew. Even Ashley's parents refused to help them. I heard they're living at Mike's parents' house after begging them to take them in. But of course, Mike's parents opposed their affair marriage and only let them stay in the garage and not the house. Mike tried to find work at smaller companies, but Dad wasn't kidding about the blacklist. Apparently, the 20-year-old new wife is crying her eyes out about having to give birth and raise a child in such conditions. It seems that Ashley's parents won't even speak to her anymore, and they removed her from their family registry. Her mother came to apologize to Dad about the whole thing, said she had no idea her daughter was capable of such behavior. Despite getting married and trying to find a house where they can raise their baby together, it seems the older man magic has worn off. She's always yelling things like, "Find a job and rent us a proper house, old man," and Mike is completely under her thumb now. Mike's been doing part-time delivery work, but it's nowhere near enough to support them. Mike used to brag about his career, but now he's delivering packages to some of his old colleagues. His mother says Ashley refuses to even look for work, saying she's too good for part-time jobs. The funny thing is, if they'd both just worked honestly at Dad's company, they could have had a good future. Instead, they're fighting in a garage about money while waiting for their baby to arrive. I heard Ashley's already talking about moving back in with her parents, but they won't take her calls. Karma really does come full circle, doesn't it?
Thank you for watching all the way until the end. If you felt good after watching this video, please like the video. If not, please leave a comment and give us your feedback. Also, don't forget to subscribe. Your comments and likes help this channel grow. We hope you enjoy our other stories as well.